This is part 1 of What If Naruto was full uzumaki. In this one, Minato will be full uzumaki, because Kushina is already full uzumaki. So Minato will be known as the Red Flash of the Hidden Leaf, and Kushina will still be known as the Red Death. The Nine Tails attack will go a little bit different. Naruto will end up getting a full Nine Tails, but he'll be born with purple eyes. This is the Rinnegan. I just like making Naruto overpowered for some reason. It's just something addicting to it. So Naruto will get the full Nine Tails. No, he'll get 75% of the Nine Tails because he gotta do that. 75% of Nine Tails, and Minato will get the other half. Minato and Kushina will still die, and Naruto will be found by the third Hokage. The third Hokage, seeing Naruto's eyes, will be shocked, and there will be a council meeting. Danzo will really want Naruto, but he doesn't want Naruto's eyes right now. He wants to see if the eyes can do it first. So he wants to put Naruto on Anbu. So let's go back to the same, we're gonna go a couple days before Naruto was born. Jiraiya and Tsunade actually had a kid. I'm gonna say Jiraiya in this one is Senju. Like, he's a branch Senju member, so he got the healing, but that was really it. And they had a daughter called Muna Senju, or Moon Senju. She was born, and she and Jiraiya and Tsunade are raising her outside of the Hidden Leaf Village for now. No one knows she exists, and that's her right there in that picture. Now going back to the council meeting. They ended up saying that they'll leave Naruto to a caretaker, but they're stuck because they don't know who to leave him with. It got to the point where they were just arguing because the Uchiha clan wanted Naruto, saying Naruto has the dojutsu and it's better for the Uchiha to take him, but the Hyuga said then the Hyuga should take him then. And there was just arguments through the clans. It ended up with the third Hokage saying that Naruto will be raised by the third Hokage until he's around 5, and he'll be moved to his own apartment for him to choose his path. Either with the Uchiha or Hyuga, whichever one he wants. So Naruto's growing up with the third Hokage. He still is hated, but he's feared and hated, so they hate him even more for having power. Naruto walks through the village, and he always gets beat up, and he tells the third Hokage. The third Hokage, knowing Naruto is getting beat up, tells Naruto, do you want to train? He starts training Naruto by the age of 3. Naruto is really not, because he doesn't have, he's just a 3-year-old, so he can't train like physical stuff. So he just runs around trying to get his stamina up, and he does chakra practicing, like walking on walls and pitting chakra in weapons, trying to focus chakra into weapons. That's what the third Hokage teaches him for a year until he turns 4. The third Hokage starts giving Naruto weights to wear and teaches Naruto a proper diet. He teaches him the Shinshuin, like the jutsu to make you look different. He teaches Naruto that jutsu and the Shadow Clone. He didn't teach Naruto the secret about the Shadow Clone, but Naruto told him that he can see out his clone's eyes. And Hiruzen said it might be ability of the Rinnegan. Hiruzen wants to test Naruto's chakra natures, and he does, and Naruto has all 5. Hiruzen was shocked, but he said that could be ability of the Rinnegan too. Naruto is now 5 years old, and he learned a little bit from the third Hokage. The year he learned the body flicker jutsu, he already had the Shadow Clone, and he went to Shadow Shuriken jutsu. And he knows he's like a high genin at throwing kunai. He's not the best, but he's good enough. The third Hokage lets him move into the Uzumaki estate. Naruto went through the village one day by himself and got beat up again. He wanted to fight back, but there was so many of them he couldn't fight back against all of them. Naruto ends up thinking, because he stays in Uzumaki compound. No, he doesn't stay in Uzumaki compound, he stays in an apartment. And no one sees him go into there because he just runs in fast by using a body flicker. So Naruto said he might just use Shin Swing to look like a different person. So he does that, and he goes into stores to get food. He gets healthy food. He eats ramen sometimes, but not that much. So now we're gonna skip to when Naruto is now, I'm gonna say 8 years old. The academy starts at 10. Naruto has been training and getting his strength up. He hasn't really been doing anything else but training his strength and trying to get muscle and hardening his skin by jumping, like scraping his skin on rocks so his skin can be hardened. And he's practicing his uzumaki genkai, the chakra chains. He's not that good with it, but he's pretty good. He knows how to maneuver with it. So we're going to Moon Senju. She was trained by Tsunade and Jiraiya, becoming really strong. She's stronger than Naruto, but she's not stronger than Naruto. She is at this point. She's stronger than Naruto, knowing how to use water style, earth style, fire style, and wind style. She has 4 chakra natures, making her prodigy to Jiraiya and Tsunade. Jiraiya and Tsunade tell her that she's gonna have to go to the Hidden Leaf Village, and she might make friends there. She says she's probably not. They announce her to the village, and the village praise her. They treat her as a queen, a princess of the village. And they tell her to stay away from Naruto. He stays right next door to Naruto, because Jiraiya owns the apartment Naruto stays in, so she didn't know that. Jiraiya and Tsunade said y'all need to be friends with Naruto. He's not a bad person. She studied a lot. And Naruto studied, but he didn't study that much. He studied to a level where he's smart enough to get A's every time. She studied really hard about history, and she knows about the Rinnegan, and she's seen it with Naruto eyes, and she was surprised. She has a Tsunade personality, so she's tough, and she punched Naruto, saying, "How you get those eyes, you idiot?" And Naruto says, "I was born with them. If you have a problem, you can come fight me." And she said, "Oh, you're a tough guy." They go to the training ground and they start to fight. At first, she's underestimating Naruto, and she jumps in trying to punch Naruto without chakra enhancement. Naruto dodges because of his speed, and out of nowhere, a chakra chain appears and hits her in the face. And she gets mad, and she uses a water bullet jutsu, and Naruto disappears. He's using his speed and clones. He's making clones poof, like as he does it, so it makes it look like his actor images. Chakra. And there's really not any. The fight keeps going on with her and Naruto calling anything at a time. Because she could have won if she didn't underestimate Naruto in the beginning. So she set a tie. They became friends. They wasn't friends at first. She was mad, but they became friends. They got along really well. They stayed next door to each other. So she would pick up groceries for Naruto sometimes. And Naruto would show her his training grounds. She would say it's cool. This is all for this part. Next part, we're going to go to the academy. And it's going to be very different.